Hi, Erik Linask here at Telex's CBX event 2010. Talking now with Michael Hollander from Global Telecom and Technology, or GTT. Michael, welcome. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. I appreciate it.
What's the latest? What's the greatest from GTT?
So GTT is doing some really amazing things right now. In 2009, in December, we finished an acquisition of WBS Connect, which was very exciting. It was the first of a cornerstone of acquisitions that the CEO, Rick Calder, plans to really move forward on. There's discussion to do between 3 and 4 more acquisitions over the next 7 to 10 quarters. And so we really see the market is primed for that type of discussion.
So what's driving that conversation around, I guess, what drove the initial acquisition, and then what's driving conversation around what's to come?
So we understand, and I came from a company, WBS Connect, which GTT just purchased, and the idea which WBS coined was 10 megs is the new T1, and we see the bandwidth is only growing at this point. And so what we've done as a model is we've established more Ethernet NNIs than any other provider out there, and the major providers right now are using us to provide their Type 2 services. The Telex event is so good for us because we're in every major Telex facility. We provide layer 2 and layer 3 and layer 1 services to almost everyone inside this building, and we're a partner, we're a customer, and a vendor for most of the people in this room.
What differentiates, you talked about providing layer 1, 2, 3 services for people here. What differentiates you from some of your competitors?
We've actually taken the legwork and gone through to establish the Ethernet NNIs. The network interface at an Ethernet level does take some configuring, and since we've done the legwork, the majority of the legacy networks are on DS3 and the SONET-based services. We really pride ourselves on being an Ethernet-based shop. So the legacy GTT firms have done just an amazing job of supplying any of our 800 suppliers on what is a mix between Ethernet and SONET. As we look to the future, we really see a lot of Ethernet coming through our shop. We have layer 2 connections in every major Telex facility, and the differentiator for us is the time to turn up and the availability of great rates on a very broad building or on-net building offering.
What are some of the technological advancements and changes that are helping drive your business?
So the things that help drive our business are that there are companies like Infinera who've made it cheaper to procure long-haul Ethernet. The Cisco's and the Force 10s and the other local Ethernet network providers, they're making it cheaper and cheaper to procure Metro Ethernet. And then from a consumer side, you don't have to buy the cards to go into a DS3. It's cheaper for us to deliver it. It's cheaper for them to accept it.
Is cost really? You talked about expecting to see more and more Ethernet coming through. Is cost the factor there?
Cost and availability. The SONET-based services either go up to 45 or 155, where Ethernet has 2 flavors. Typically, you go to 100, you go to 1,000, and then for the long haul, many times you go up to 10,000. And so, if you can do it for fewer dollars, you can make it easier to accept, and you get more of it. I don't understand why anybody would try to go backward. So from a reliability standpoint, it seems to be what the future is going to drive.
No, certainly makes perfect sense. Now, you already talked about how providing services to most of the people at the CBX event. So what then is your goal here? What are you hoping to accomplish by having a presence here?
Awareness. I think that what people ask me most is, how come you didn't tell me this sooner? And most people don't understand how much we can truly do, how many buildings we can hit. I mean, in New York alone, we hit every building in Lower Manhattan in Ladder 132, and then over in Jersey in 224, and in Connecticut in 222. And there's a lot that goes into just explaining what we do. And then you take that model and you multiply it and you put it in Chicago and you put it in Dallas and you put it in LA and you put it in San Jose. And over time, hopefully we'll get the message out enough. And so our goal here is to just tell the story as many times as possible.
Excellent.
Yep.
We're talking here at Telex's CBX event with GTT's Michael Hollander. Michael, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.